Hey guys, welcome back to another AQ3D video. This one is focusing on something I haven't done for quite a while, and I actually really miss it. I am talking about PvP, and the reason why I'm focusing on this video is because it is March, and this is when Deja's birthday is coming and all that. So it's really something that I want to push, number one, because there's a lot of Legion related stuff in connection with PvP, and number two, Dej, the real life Dej, is a big fan of PvP. Now if you've never tried PvP before, you might want to head over to Battlon. You're going to find High Marshal Firebrand right here in Battlon, and he's going to have access to, of course, the Battle Hall. You've got your dailies right here, either winning, which will give you some marks of glory. This is going to come in very, very handy. You also have the practice. This gives you less marks of glory, but all you have to do is just play for fun. You don't have to try to win in order to do it. You can do this once a day. Highly recommended to do that, as this is a good way to get marks of glory. Just from playing the regular game, you do also get marks of glory as well. Heading to the Battle Hall, which I can show you that in a second. Also, this is where people will PvP or group up in groups and whatnot, but you don't have to in order to partake of a PvP thing. You've got 3 different shops here, but I'll show you that in the Battle Hall. And then he does have a quest thing when you first get into it, but I don't know if that quest is still existing now or not. At one point it was, but I'm not sure if it's still available. I don't have it on my character because I'd already completed it, and I'm not even sure if that quest is still there. In your main menu, if you're anywhere in the world, you could just go to your main menu, go right to PvP, and then join up into a queue, and this will just initially throw you into the next game. Or I mean, you'll have an option pop up when a game is available, and then you'd be loading into the arena. If you are brand new to PvP, then you might want to try to pick a class that you know you're good at playing. If you're trying to outperform other players, if you're just playing to enjoy yourself and to have fun, pick whatever class it is that you want to rank up, because PvP is a great way to rank up your classes. For the most part, I do try to go for the win, but on the occasion, I do try to kind of hunt down kills, which is not always a good thing to do. As you can see from my stats, I do kill more than I die, but unless you're a hardcore PvPer, this isn't really something you need to focus on because nobody sees your stats besides you. So your KD really doesn't matter for anybody else, just for your own personal thing. One thing I like looking at is the class glory. I want to get all of these to rank 20 at some point. It's a slow and steady process. My main goal first is to get this one, which is my Berserker, up to 40 class glory, and then I'm going to start working on the other classes. Now, when it comes to PvP skills, you should choose whichever one you feel suits you best. I mean, for me, I use the classics. The dash is one of my go-tos, as well as recover. And dash is largely because I like to close the gap between me and my opponent when I'm trying to go after a ranged attacker. And I often use a PvP, particularly Berserker. So for me, I find dash very, very handy, but you might not find it so handy. I also find recovers handy for me because I run Berserker, which happens to use a lot of, HP. But you use whatever PvP skill or spell you feel is best for your playstyle. The most important thing to PvP is to have fun, but the second most important is the rewards of what you can get. There's 3 different shops with multiple different stuff you can get in there. The first of which is the Battle Arena shop. This has 4 different things you can get right here. Now, these are titles, the first one being Skirmisher, then you've got Standing in Line, Glorious, and last but not least, Vanquisher, once you get to rank 75. I wish there was one for rank 100. And then there's a bunch of different stuff in here you can get, and these are all pretty darn cool stuff. I like the Volcano sword, nice animation on it. The Supreme sword, also very cool animation. The pauldrons, if that's how you say it, I don't know. The helmet, and basically the entire armor set of this stuff. It's just a really nice armor. You can't really see it with this. I don't want to take everything off because then I got to put it all back on. So you just get the idea of what it is. It's a very nice armor set. Next, you have the Royal Ruby Gem. Gorgeous weapon. Definitely nice. The Blue Glow armor set. This is the entire armor set with a very nice shiny blue on a silver trim thing. The whole thing is like that. You get the Imperial Usurper, which is a nice gold and black armor. I like the helm to this as well. It's a very nice helm. And, oh yeah, and the shoulders. I also like the shoulders. Look at those shoulders. Very, very nice. And you also have, this is a sword that comes with it. Not a huge fan of the sword. It's generic somewhat. Then you've got the Knight of Radiant. And this is definitely, I mean, it's very, very, I don't know, what do you call that? It's churchy? Not churchy. I forget the actual name of that. Stained glass. There we go. Stained glass. Anyways, pretty cool. Knight of, there. This is a perfect example of it. Look at that, though. That's really nice. A lot of colors to it. Got a hammer and staff along with it. Then you get the Gallant Knight long sword, which is pretty cool. Comes with the entire armor set of this Gallant Knight armor set, which is rather interesting. And then in the Siege of Souls, now this is where the Legion stuff really shine through here. So first of all, you do have these two things you can get. They cost a lot of these. This one here is of the Legion Onslaught, which is perfect, especially in March to have that. Next one is of the Golden Order, which is one that I got, of course, because I love gold. Then we get into some of the Legion stuff, like this weapon, very awesome. The War Glaives of the Legion. Now you need to be Glory rank 100. I'm currently level 90, so I have to get myself up to level 100 to unlock those. Fallen War Axe. Man, there's some really cool stuff in here, though. The Serrated Catar of the Legion, or the Hammer. Big Hammer. There's some really nice big weapons in here. This is the Kabuto. The War Maul. Another big weapon. Grave Hammer. Jagged Dagger, which it really is. That would go really good with that other Legion armor set that we got from that Legion spawnable. This is a shield as well. Nice shield to go with it. Sword, just the sword. The staff. A hammer. Legion Assault hammer. Legion Assault blade blaster. Now this is a gun. Doesn't really look like a gun, but it is a gun. I don't even know if I have that yet, to be honest. I probably do. I love these armor pieces, but it clips in the shoulder, unfortunately. Morningstar helm. Nice and big one. Pretty cool. An assault sword with animation. A spear, also with animation. A hammer. A hamster, hammer, and then you've got another shield, a sword with no shield, and then the Legion Soul Aura. Now this is only temporary. You can stack this up to 5. It costs 50 marks of glory though, so this isn't permanent. This is only temporary. Not really something I would want to invest into, considering you've got even more stuff that you can get. A Legion Star Katana. Look at that. That is very cool. A frosty sigh for, well, it is, I guess it's still frosty out, so you could definitely go for that. I could see that going good with something. This is very nice. I like this. Nice festive. If you don't have a travel form, this might be a great way to get a travel form, because you can get this travel form right here. It costs you 5,000 marks of glory, so it's not that expensive considering some of the other items that you get. Here's a good example. 10,000 for that. So this is actually very affordable. You can also get a pet of it and a lantern. Look at that. That is so funny. Lantern the Pumpkin Moglin. And then 2 other items. An Uwu Pumpkin Witch hat and a pumpkin head of a warrior. So there we go. Those are the items that you can potentially get in here. Definitely worth going for because a lot of those items look really, really nice. So if you haven't played PvP, this might be a great time to do it. If you have played PvP but you've been taking a break from it, then might be a good time to get back into it because March is the time for Legion celebration and Deja's birthday. What better way to celebrate than in the PvP arena? Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.